Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Nerd Review. Getting ready to give you guys my first ever McFarlane figure review on the McFarlane Multiverse or DC Multiverse Green Lantern John Stewart from the Frost King Build-A-Figure wave. Or is it Collect and Connect? I'm confused. I know it's a Build-A-Figure wave from DC style of figures. But nevertheless, quick shout out to my older brother James. He's a big Green Lantern fan, especially for John Stewart because both our favorite colors is green and everything. But since he's older, I guess I'll go ahead and let him have that one. Let him have dibs or whatever. But of course, as always, we're gonna take him off his stand here. Put that to the side. Take a quick look at the packaging, and then we'll do some comparisons. Then we'll take a closer look at the figure. Okay, starting off, McFarlane does like more of a square shape design with the boxes, and of course they still do the window packaging, so they're already getting points for that over Hasbro. So pretty mundane shape there, nothing too interesting. Just got the DC Multiverse Green Lantern John Stewart there. Collect all the pieces to build the Frost King. No artwork on the sides or anything like that, but those are the characters you need to collect to build the character Frost King right there. So no read-ups or anything that I've seen so far in any of these packagings, no biographies or anything like that. But yeah, get the title right there. Endless Winter. Nothing really on top except more window. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple design. Since this is my first McFarlane figure review, it bothers me, like I said to you guys before in previous videos, I don't like really destroying the packages to do my reviews and whatnot, so I don't know if I really want to take the card out of the box right there, because I know they all come with collector cards, but that would mean I'd have to like tear that packaging right there on the back side with up on the paper part of the packaging right there. I don't really want to do that, so if I ever have to sell this figure or anything, I do want to be able to like keep the box as intact as possible. But yeah, that's it for the box. Now let's bring Mr. Stewart a little bit closer and do some comparisons real quick. Now for first comparisons, I'm going to put him with some of my McFarlane figures I already took out the packaging that I kind of just wanted to see out of the packaging on my shelves, see how they would kind of stack up or whatever. So first off, I'm going to put next to my DC's Rebirth Batman there, that I kind of customized a little bit by painting the yellow around his bat symbol black. I might have to do another shade or two because I do see like some kind of like yellow splotching coming through a little bit. But I didn't know that black was gonna be that glossy. I'd also painted his kneecaps a little bit too, his shin guards, or knee guards anyway. Didn't want all that flat gray on his legs. But anyway, yeah, that's my Rebirth Batman. These guys scale pretty well together, about the same height almost, same build and body mass and whatnot, of course. So they look like they would be fitting on the same Justice League team. Then I have my Dark Knight Returns Superman figure, and I do think he kind of does fit with these guys as well, because Superman, of course, is being Kryptonian. He's like automatically gonna be bigger, have like more, refined, perfect genes and everything, because his dad was like this top scientist guy named Jor-El. So pretty much Superman or Kal-El was pretty much always gonna be genetically superior and well built from the jump. So he's a pretty beefy guy. And just for kicks, I also have my Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect Doomsday figure that I like to have with these guys as well. So I kind of see what that looks like. So yeah, I think this is a pretty appropriate scale for Doomsday compared to the rest of these guys if they were all like, say, between like 5'11" and like 6 foot, maybe 3 or 4. So yeah, I think he's a pretty appropriate scale. Looks like about maybe 7.5, close to 7 foot, 7.5 foot, somewhere in there. So that works. Bring these guys out. And for comparison, for 6-inch scale figures, we have the Renew Your Vow Spidey here. And that's the reason why a lot of people like myself were very hesitant on getting McFarlane figures, because they're too big to go with your 6-inch Marvel figures. And just the same with your 6-inch DC figures. And we have the DC Multiverse Batman figure from the Batman vs Superman movie that came out a while back. So as you can see, yeah, a little too tall. Bring these guys back out. And as far as accessories go, he comes with 2 projection swords right there. As you can see, he's holding them. Not too bad. Nice translucent green, like lime green kind of ish color. So not a bad look for him. And it also comes with the head of the Frost King as well as his cape. So you guys see that. And now it's time to get down to brass tacks and take a closer look at the figure and see what it can do. And I did have to work to get these swords in here. Like, McFarlane figures definitely have some grip on them. There we go. Very unique, very kind of different than what I'm used to. Body molds and articulation. I'm mostly just used to McFarlane, well, Marvel Legends figures anyway, but head is on like a ball joint, not a ball joint, but like a dumbbell joint that connects in the neck right there. It's like a ball in here and a ball in the head right there. So yeah, but head gets to move up that far. Moves down that far. So okay range of motion right there as far as looking up and down. Side to side movement, of course, like a little bit of, well, a good deal of hip tilt. So you can definitely get that, what you talking about, kind of look on with the head and everything. So a lot of range of motion right there. He has a new kind of butterfly joint that I'm not used to, but it's kind of like a wind up kind of joint right there. You guys kind of see it. So it can go front and back, and then kind of up and down. So it kind of like can just like roll around in his shoulder, like he's like loosening up his shoulder or something, like he's getting ready to throw a pitch or something. And elbows or shoulders move out to the side that far. Well, they can go up a little bit farther thanks to this joint right here. So pretty much his shoulder can go up that far. Goes all the way around. Bicep swivel. Yeah, they have these double jointed elbows that can bend very far. If I can get this last little, there you go. So these McFarlane figures can bend the arms very far. Like if the gauntlet wasn't in the way, he could probably bend his arm even further because they have this very large or very long joint right here in their elbows and knee joints. So he bends very far, so that's pretty good. I like that. Then he has no wrist cut or anything like that, but it does have like a kind of different wrist joint right here with like two half discs or half spherical shapes right there that are connected together in the center. That gives it like that up and down kind of like rolling motion, and you also, it has a peg inside that goes out into his hand that you can use to rotate right there, to rotate the hand on the ball. So you can literally, in just one joint, they have given us the ability to give him like the dice rolling motion, and if you cock it to the side just a little bit and turn his hand, he has up and down motion as well. So all of that is included in just this one joint. So that's pretty cool. And of course, I think most of the hands can be popped off and probably switched off with another hand that's compatible, which is always cool, of course. Then for his torso joint, he has a kind of like a around the world kind of pivot joint like most Marvel Legends figures, I believe. That allows him to go back that far because he has like well, he has two joints from what I can tell. He has like a joint up here as far as like upper abdomen and like sternum area, and he has a second one down here that allows him to bend pretty far backwards. And it has this loose rubber kind of plastic deal right here on his torso or his abdomen area, and that allows him to crunch forward kind of far too, so not too bad. You can kind of see where it separates right here, and then there's another separation like in there. So yeah, of course, get rotation on both joints, both parts of his torso articulation up here and right here in the lower portion as well. It's kept to the side that far, so not too bad. Not a full split, but almost. Kicks out to the front pretty far, but it's like on a wide joint, so the further you push it out, the more it's going to spin out, so it doesn't really stop kicking forward. So that's pretty cool. Kicks forward, or kicks backward pretty far as well, because it's, like I said, it's on that wide joint, so it's going to keep going and going and going. It's going to go all the way around. So yeah, it can do that as well. No upper thigh cut or anything. Well, it does have sort of upper thigh cut, but the upper thigh cut is like in the crotch. It's like literally hidden at like the top where the thigh connects to the pelvis. So it's kind of like hidden in there behind this piece right here. So it's not out here on the outside like Marvel Legends. It's not cut right here. It's like inside right there. So yeah, that's kind of new. That's different for me, but we're here to learn, right? And then of course he has the double jointed knee, like I said before. That's like with a really large or long joint right there that allows him to bend very far, which I like. Very impressive. Like big posable agile figures. No boot cut or anything, but it has the same joint from the wrist right here in the ankle. It's like a ball that's split in two with a peg at both ends, so you can spin his foot all the way around, rotate ankle pivots and everything. Anything you can do with Marvel Legends, you can do it right here on a DC figure. Up, down, and you can swivel it all the way around and whatnot. So you can get a good range of motion, good posability, and do a lot of things with this ball joint and the ankles. And of course it has the toe articulation, which Marvel Legend has lost out on since Toy Biz days, but it looks like they're trying to bring him back. Hence the Renew Your Vow Spider-Man toe articulation. So Hasbro's probably trying to come back with that. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. They only have like 22 points of articulation on the McFarlane figures, so not too bad. They make the most out of them, from what I can see so far with this guy. So definitely, I feel like it's a pretty decent figure. And for what I think I paid for him, of course, most of my figures I got in the last couple of months or whatever, while I was overseas, were on sale on Amazon or other sites like Entertainment Earth or different places like that. So not sure where I got this guy from though. I know I ordered a lot of stuff, but I know I got his wave broken up. I got like 2 from over here, 1 from over here, and I got 1 from another place. But as far as like prices, I think I recall I paid maybe like $14 for this figure, which ain't too bad. It's definitely like a pretty good value for it being a McFarlane figure. McFarlane, of course, makes their figures, like I said, much bigger, and you get like a little bit more, I wouldn't say more, but like a different type of articulation, good quality sculpting, good nice paint throughout all the way throughout the figure, sculpting throughout the legs, torso, arms, everything. So yeah, pretty clean look. Definitely a rather impressive figure. Rather impressively well done figure for a McFarlane figure. Of course, this is my first one I'm ever reviewing for you guys, so yeah, I might see more or see better figures that are better articulation and whatnot down the line. But who knows? Everything is in the future. And as always, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and we will be back with more McFarlane, Marvel Legends, or Transformers figures reviews in the future as the channel moves along. Thank you guys for stopping by, and take it easy.